All right, thanks for checking in. Doing a video on these three knives. Look similar, have different uses, but you can group them together. And they are the Ontario Knife Camp Plus cooking knives, okay? What do? You take this one from your house when you go, wife gets mad at you, different kinds and so forth. Or do you go, which I normally do, to the dollar store? I'm sure that you guys have seen this one before, right? So you use them, abuse them, and then you just chuck them. Or take them home and clean them and sharpen them, which I have. I don't know if I can get the camera to get in there. So, and also the way that I carry all my camping gear. I use bins when I go with the kids. I use a backpack when I go with my friends. It's hard to take something like that. This is from our kitchen. It doesn't have a sheath, right? And this thing is huge. Okay? It's overkill for what I usually cook around the campfire. We're talking stews, we're talking burgers, chicken, veggies, anything that a regular knife can probably cut, even one that I'm going to use as a comparison, something like this, Spyderco, right? So, but I wanted to find something that I could fold up and I could put into my roll, all right? What is a roll? It's something that you can use for tools, camping gear, whatever you have, it rolls into a roll, and then you can put that into your backpack or wherever. So it's, something that you can group everything together. And what I like about these is that, of course, as you can see here, sorry, I'm trying to get this here. It's a folder. So that minimizes the size right there. And something like this, or even the cheapie. And again, no sheath. So keep that in mind. That thing's going to just be sliding around and cutting anything that, whatever else, or banging into other knives that you have. So as you can see, try to get a little better look here. These things are thin. Super thin. Here's an example. This is the Spyderco Resilience, I believe. Grabbed it out just for an example because it's about the same size. But if you know the width of this versus this, these things are like super thin, right? Okay, so I'm going to go over each one briefly and kind of show you what I used to use and why I think this is going to be something worthwhile checking out. Okay, hang on. Okay, let's start with this guy. This one's called the Chef Knife. It says it right on the back of the box. Okay? But what you have here is a lock back. It's smooth. I don't know. I thought that was neat. The scales, glass, reinforced nylon, like you find on a lot of other lightweight carries. But I think you can see there are steel liners, super thin, all shiny in there, okay? I don't think it's a fingered choil, but man, you could sure use it, Get all hands on here. Now, again, these are kitchen knives, so you're not like, battling stuff with it. You're just basically cutting, which, pretty thin blade, okay? Now, here's the crazy thing. You go on all the websites like Blade HQ, Knife Center, Smoky Mountain, you name it. They don't tell you what the steel is, okay? So I did some other video YouTubies, and I did find the SHOT Show 2022 for Ontario, and the guy states that it's AUS 8 steel. Okay, it's sharp. I'm not going to do a cutting test with you. It's going to be sharp. But I'm telling you what, that's a nice looking knife. And, there's nothing. With this, can you bend it? A little bit. And then, like the bug out, can you really bend it? I'm worried about that. No. It's a kitchen knife. Okay? So I guess I'm going to say this in this one because I think they're all the same, but overall length is like 9.5 inches. Blade length is, gosh, was it 4.25? Okay. Width is 1 inch. That would be crazy, huh? And then, geez, what am I forgetting here? Weight, I think you're looking at around like 3.6 ounces. And I weighed them all. They're about the same. Okay. I think the bread knife weighed a little less. But I mean, right there, that's awesome, right? And the comparison, the reason why, and I brought out the Spyderco. Could I have used this versus any of these? Yes. But, you know, to be honest with you, I really don't use this when I go camping. But, you know, I was thinking about using this. Hey, I could use this for all my cutting tasks and whatnot for food prep. But, you know, and it would be decent because, you know, you can clean it out. That was another thing that I looked at. You know, if you get food and gunk in there, you can take it apart. I didn't check what, like, I don't know. They look like T6s. Right, lanyard hole there for people that like that stuff, I guess. But, yeah. That is the chef's knife. Okay. The next one, the Santoku. Right? I'm half Japanese. I can say it that way if I want. But yeah. All right. So basically the same, you know, everything back here, all three of them. So I'm not going to waste your time on that. But as you can see, you know, they say this is a sheep's foot and the camp knife was a sheep's foot also. So, I mean, this looks very similar to what you have in your house, right? So like when you're cutting carrots and whatever, these little grooves basically help, you know, so they don't stick to the knife. Now, I haven't tried these yet. I wanted to. Mother's Day, I was grilling outside. I had chicken and all that stuff going on. I didn't think of it. I haven't even cleaned them, to be honest with you, so you should probably clean them before you use them, I guess. Or you could be Rambo and don't worry about it. So, oh, a couple other things too. Now, on one of the websites, they mentioned that these are made in Taiwan. Okay? They say China. All of them do. Okay? To give you a close-up. It's nice looking. Now, I don't really care. But, you know, again, I couldn't find on any websites what steel this is. And then one of them I found out that it said made in Taiwan. Okay? Maybe they were at one time. I don't know. Now, the price-wise, I'm going to tell you, they range. They're pretty cheap. The most expensive out of any of these, they're all about the same price, okay? The most expensive was like $12.95, I believe. And oddly enough, I bought this one and this one off of Amazon. And then I got this one from Smoky Mountain. Okay, this one I think was $6.99. This one was $9.99. And this one from Smoky Mountain was $8.99. And I happened to buy it when they were offering free shipping for Mother's Day or something. So all I had to pay was tax. So I think with everything else, I mean, it was under 10 bucks. Okay? So, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to get back to the original one here. There. Okay? So, you get it. Looks nice. Right? So, again, locks up. Very thin. No pocket clip either, you know? I mean, to be honest with you, you know, and some of these handles, like the wood nice handles are thicker. So it's more grab in your hand. But again, you're camping. Okay, so it is thin, but I kind of like that. And to be honest with you, I mean, you could use these for different purposes besides, using for food prep. You know, maybe the chef's knife. You always see those guys on that channel. What is it? Or that show, Forged in Fire. I'm going to make a camp knife. You know, kind of different, but, you know. Anyways. All right. So that is the Santoku. Tuco. Right. Santoku. I should know that. Okay, last but not least is the bread knife. Yay. Okay, I don't know if I'd use this too much for camping, cooking purposes, just for the fact that I don't make like delicious homemade bread, you know, that you take it with you. I guess you cut it for each of your kids. Here you go. Or, you know what I'm saying? It would work, because I'm telling you what, this thing is sharp, right? The serrations, it's the right size. Maybe you bring a hoagie bun, you know, and big Subway, whatever. But this might be, I don't know until I use them, the coolest knife out of the three. I mean, I think this could come in handy for multi-purposes versus food prep. I mean, the serrations are sharp. Very sharp. Okay, rope, you know, canoeing, whatever. You don't need the big point. You just need to cut, right? And that could be actually more safer. Wood, I mean, come on. It's a saw, basically. But what's funny, you notice this fire rod here. We called this the spark chucker. My buddies do up in Wisconsin. But I tried it off camera. You could see the spine on these three knives are the same, and they're very sharp. So here, I don't want to, my wife would kill me if I did anything to the kitchen table here. But yeah, it's not super awesome, but you could throw some sparks with this too. Okay. So yeah, that's the bread knife. Might be one of the coolest out of the three. Who knows? Stay tuned. Maybe I'm going to be using these soon, actually, so that's the reason why I purchased them. Last but not least is the camp roll, or the roll. You're like, what's a roll? Okay? I'll show that to you in a second. I'm going to make it quick, but I think it's very handy for you to get for camping, or just throwing in your car for tools if you're, you know, a hobby dude, whatever. And this one here is a very nice one. Stay tuned. Okay, if you're still watching, you must be wondering, what the hell's a roll? Well, here it is. This is the company. Bought it off Amazon. Man, I think it was like 20 bucks or under. And how I found it was from the Tool Bear. He does videos on YouTube about tools. He's awesome to watch. Highly recommend you checking him out. So anyways, look, that's the reason why I wanted to buy these guys. Right? Take them, stick them in here. The other knives that from your home, or, you know, from the dollar store, no sheaths, you can't put them in there, right? Still a lot of room. Hey, throw that guy in there. Throw a couple other knives, right? Oh, basic Mora. Yes, I use this for food prep. Ooh, look at that. I got to click that. This one also, the cans bowl. She's a little grimy. Probably needs a good shot. This one's a good one. Yeah, I could have used this versus going through this whole thing. But, you know. All right. Flashlights. Right? Everybody carries those. Headgear. Bulb. You know. Hell, I even take these for my kids. Pack a couple of these in there. All right? So you get it. Right? Leatherman. Eyeglasses. Cords. Right? So, again, I didn't have enough time to pack this, but just to give you the concept. So you take it, right? This strap goes around. Again, I don't have it set for this size. But you get the concept, right? You know, this thing can expand like... So once this is packed, you just throw it in your backpack or whatever you're doing. Now, what's another cool thing is these zippers are great. There's other ones that don't even have zippers. They're just folds. I don't like them. I have them. They're not for me. Okay? Got these D-loops here. Hang it from a tree. Nail. I always bring nails, you know, some other kind of things too, because nails are very important, and zip strips. So I'm going on a tangent, but thanks for watching. Gosh, now I forgot oh, there they are. On the Ontario Knife Company Camp Plus Camping Cook knives. Have a good day.